Hey you guys, welcome back. Welcome back to the Grow Space. I'm going to be doing a planting video today, seed starting video. I know, Bill, it's the wrong season. Shouldn't you be putting things away by now? It's the end of summer pretty well, and I'm going to start growing some seeds. A friend of mine, Sherry, she sent me some seeds of passion flower and other wonderful things. Sherry, I didn't plant them right away, but this video will be uploaded a couple of weeks later, so don't fret. I have planted them. So anyway, thank you so much for sending me some seeds for passion flower. We were talking and I don't know, the conversation got into passion flowers, and I said that I wanted to try them again. I used to grow them a lot, and they were beautiful and just a lot of fun, and for some reason I just don't have them anymore, and they're usually a spindly vine, so they don't really take up much room, so I wanted to grow them up around the curtain rod and be all crazy with them. But she sent me a lot of varieties. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 varieties of passion flower. For those of you who don't know what a passion flower seed looks like, they are small and black and or brown, and passion flower is like a time-sensitive thing. You need to have fresh seeds for them to germinate. So I hope that these are not too old. Otherwise, they might not sprout anyway. But it doesn't help that I've waited a few weeks before planting these. So yeah, let's just get to it. What I'm going to be using, because as you know, I am a lazy gardener, and indoor I forget to water all the time. Like, if it can't be watered once a week or less, I don't want to look after it. So what I've discovered is this beautiful self-watering seed tray, and it's got the capillary mat down on the bottom, and this is the water reservoir, and then the capillary mat feeds into it. And all I need to do is fill this up whenever it needs to get filled up. There's a little water gauge here, so it just makes sure that it's always floating, and we're good to go, and it never overwaters them. Love that. And I can have seeds in here for a year and never have to worry about it. The only problem is that it's open on the bottom, and the roots really like to travel on the capillary mat. So you do really want to take your seedlings out as early as you can. The longer you leave them in there. If you leave them in there a year, you notice that you've got like really thick, healthy roots that are attached to this capillary mat, and then you're damaging all of these beautiful roots that these small plants need to survive. So I haven't had any problem with removing them from here and them surviving, but still, you want to try to avoid the ripping and tearing of baby roots whenever possible. On a large plant, I wouldn't care. There's a lot of other storage of nutrients going on. They've got storage sometime in the stem or in the leaves or whatever, and they can usually recover from a root ripping. But little baby things, they don't have the same benefits. So anyway, all I'm going to do, I've got this all ready. I'll bring you down a little bit closer. Yeah, we'll just get started. Oh, I'll show you what else I have here. A while ago, I purchased some sugarcane seeds. I don't know, to me they look like grains of pepper. So maybe I'm going to be growing some pepper plants. The thing with growing on eBay, or going on eBay and ordering seeds, is you never really know what you're going to get. I also have some poinciana seeds that were given to me as well, the Royal Poinciana. And I know that another bunch of YouTubers like Chris from Growing Things has been growing poinciana, and they look beautiful. And I'm like, I have those seeds. I want to try that. Excuse me, I've got something in my throat. And I don't know whether I'm able to grow these because I am a lazier gardener, and these require lots of moisture and high humidity, and if they don't meet all the different criteria, they really start dropping leaves. So we'll give it a shot anyway. Why not? And then I also have some giant bamboo seeds. Many of you have been asking about my giant bamboo. I will show it to you just one sec. Excuse me. This here is my giant bamboo. It's been dead for a while. It didn't make it through last winter. I thought it was going dormant, but I guess it wasn't, and never grew back. So this is a giant bamboo. You got to see it. I'll put it down there. It was sad. I wanted it to survive, so I did buy more seeds. I bought these seeds actually a long time ago, and haven't planted them yet. So we're going to plant those in here too. I got space. So anyway, I'll move the camera down. Enough chit-chat. And yeah, let's just get to it. It'll be super easy, super quick. And okay, so I've got off camera, but you can see it here in the tote. I've got a it's a seed starting mix. This is by ProMix, and it's just a seed germinating mix. It's got a lot of perlite in it. It's very light, very, very light. A lot of peat moss, but very small particles, and it makes it easy for little plants to develop. I'm just going to pour this soil in here. It's dusty. Breaking up any larger clumps that might still be there, like this one. Will break up really easily. Just going to fill this tray completely. The good thing about the self-watering as well, it waters from below, so you're never going to disperse too much water over the seeds and move them around. They water from the bottom. I'm sure I said that. I'm repeating myself. Thank goodness I turned off that fan. It would have blown this all over the place. This is a really dusty mix. Gonna start sneezing. All right. Hopefully I have enough here. I have a plastic lid that goes on top of this, a little terrarium lid, or not a terrarium lid, the greenhouse lid, but I don't see it here. I'll have to find it. The seeds love high humidity and lots of moisture. This seed tray is available for purchase at leevalley.com. I'm not endorsed by them, but you guys ask about it all the time, so I just thought I'd give you a heads up. leevalley.com. They ship internationally. This size here, I think was $18. It seems steep, and it is kind of pricey, but for the amount of seeds that I am able to grow from it, because it's so easy to use, it's kind of foolproof. It's well worth the money, and it's reusable. And you can buy more capillary mats for it as well on their site. So check it out if you're interested. So with these seeds, with the passion flower, they just want to be just below the soil surface. I'm going to plant all the seeds in one little hole for each variety. I'm not going to give each one their own little space because they're harder to germinate when they're older. And I'll just pick out, if they're too close, I'll move them around and give them a little bit more space. So I'm only just making a little bit of a hole. And we'll put the tag in there. I pre-made tags. Just a little hole. I should have pre-moistened this soil. I might end up moistening the soil when we're done. The soil surface. So we're just going to plug them all in here. 5 varieties of these things. It's easy peasy. So what are you guys doing with your gardens this year? For the fall, are you going to rip everything out and do a nice fall display? I'm seeing in the garden centers how they have all the fall plants like fall mums and ornamental cabbage and other things that just remind me of fall. And I get a little bit sad when I see that, because that means that the summer is pretty well over. and I don't want the summer to be over. But it is nice to change things up. Sometimes at the end of the season, your plants are a little bit leggy and not performing the way that they should anymore. Maybe they had some forgotten waterings and they're just not looking their best. Or maybe you haven't pruned and they just kind of stopped and just leafless and yucky. Hopefully that's not the case, but it's nice to have that change in the fall. When it hits September, I will probably change things around. She also gave me an angel's trumpet, so let's plant that as well. I'm gonna plant it in exactly the same fashion. I'm not that picky. Neither are seeds. The general rule of thumb with seeds is you kind of want to plant them maybe the depth of the seed themselves. So this one here is less than a half a centimeter big. And you kind of just want to have it about that depth below the surface. So if you have a minuscule seed, a very small one like dust, you want to probably put it right on the soil surface. Maybe just with a very light coat of fine soil on the top. But you don't want to cover those ones too much. And if it's a big seed, say like a bean or something of that nature, something of large size, you can plant them a little bit deeper. But that's just a rule of thumb. That's why I'm able to just go through this and not really research it. I just know from experience that the seed likes to be buried roughly the same depth as itself. Always rules to be broken, but again, general idea. I really hope these grow. I love passion flowers, and they grow so quickly, you can almost watch them grow. In a day, you'll get several inches if it's nice and warm and they got enough light and food. Some of them are difficult to get to bloom, especially if you have lower light conditions. I had a red one, I think it was Passiflora alata, the winged passion flower, and it grew beautifully for me, but it never bloomed. And then I would get buds on it, and then it was time to bring it inside for winter, and it didn't like that, and then all the buds fell off. So this sugarcane, they look like peppercorns. I don't know, for any of you that maybe grow sugarcane, is this what the seed looks like? I have no idea. Maybe I should be putting this on my mashed potatoes. I'm going to give this 2 compartments because I have a lot of seeds. I'm not going to plant all of them. Not crazy. But plant a handful in there. Plant a handful in there. And see what comes up. Again, I'm just covering them to the depth of the seed. Maybe a little bit lighter. If I move some of the soil around, you could just see them in there. I'll have to put these in a little Ziploc bag to store those. Where did I put the label? Oh, it's already there. I'm losing my mind already. Giant poinciana. This one I'm going to go a little bit differently, and I'm going to put them sideways. These are going to require lots of moisture to grow. When in doubt, always plant a seed sideways. Usually the root develops from one of the ends. Usually, not always the case. Excuse me. Alright, and I'm going to use up 2 of these spaces over here. 3 of these spaces. I really hope at least one of these poincianas grows. They kind of reminded me of a jacaranda. If you remember back when we grew some jacaranda seeds, and they did beautifully, but then I didn't have enough space, and they ended up just getting tossed out because I kept forgetting to water them, and they were getting in my way, and they got a little too tall for my grow lights. It happens. These are the same type of bamboo as what I had before. And I'm just going to plant these ones on their side. Going to put 3 seeds in each little compartment, just covering them the soil. Sorry, just covering the seeds with soil. It's warm down here with the fan off. I just recently put the fan in this room. Excuse me. I find that it really takes away some of the humidity, and that's okay, because I have some humidifiers going on, but to keep the air moving can stop some bacteria and fungus and bad things from spreading. Should always have good air circulation in a greenhouse or a grow space. There we go. I'll put the rest of these seeds back. I don't know if these are going to grow. These don't look the freshest, but we got a bunch there. So at least I'll get one, hopefully. Have you guys ever grown giant bamboo? And if so, let me know your experiences, because I am fascinated by this, but they seem to be difficult to get past the baby stage. At least for me. I'm no expert with bamboo, that's for sure. So anyway, I'm going to give this a drink with this self-watering device. Where is the... Oh, there's the little gadget thing over there. Let's pull it over so you can see. And just over here there's a handle. I can pour water in. And are you able to see that little device rise up? It'll take lots of water. It was dry, so... Is it moving? Let me know when to stop. Is it there yet? No. You gotta yell louder, I can't hear you. I'll have to add more water. As you can see, the little gadget is it's up there, but it's not all the way to the top, so I can always add more water to this. Oh, now it's up to the top. It's moving around. I think I just shifted it. So I'm gonna just spray the soil surface here with my misting system, and then I'm gonna find the lid, and we'll be right back. I'm back with some water. So we're just going to moisten them up. It'll naturally water it anyway. I just want to give the seeds a little bit of instant moisture. I really like using these pump sprayers. I seem to water my orchids a lot with these when I'm not soaking them. I'm able to water the aerial roots very easily with this. I could give them a little bit of water and then come back and then give them a little bit more water. And keep doing so until I start to see that they're turning green. Makes it a lot easier. Alright. This should be a good start. Put that down. And here's the lid. It's been used a lot, and now it's yellowing, as plastic does over time. So anyway, stay tuned for more updates. In a few weeks, I hope to see that this is going to start growing. I'm going to keep it in a well-lit spot. Actually, I'm probably going to put it under my grow lights. And I'm just going to monitor the water level. I'll come down once a week and see if it needs a drink. Actually, I might come down after a few days, just because it's going to wick up all of the water to water everything that's in here. It never takes up more than it needs. So the first couple of weeks I'll probably have to fill it up fairly frequently, but then after that it will be fairly self-contained, and I will need to water it maybe once every 2 weeks or less. So anyway, stay tuned for more updates. Like I said, there are a lot more coming, and happy growing, everyone. And over here you can see the pumpkins. Oh, actually, before we get there, these are the new seedling peas that I started. These are snap peas, so they're going to climb up, and we're going to harvest them while they still got the nice young pod.